Hello, welcome to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a jump back into the city streets and sewers of a futuristic New York City for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the last Ronin figure. This time we're going to be taking a look at Leonardo. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think these figures look fantastic. I love the way they look. I do need to do a correction on my last video I did Raphael, and for some reason I had forgotten I had done several already. So I kept saying this was the first one I did. It was actually the third one, and this is now the fourth one I'm doing. They're all in a playlist together, so you can catch them all at the same time this time. Leonardo will be in there as well. Having said all that, my brain going on vacation, let's take a look at this guy. And as you can see in the backdrop, we got a lot of Last Ronin stuff, including the second version of him. Which we will do an unboxing for eventually. But yeah, we got the book, and now we got the guy himself, the leader of the team. Again, you know, Last Ronin is set several years in the future in a distant New York City, different from the one we know. And it is impressive. You get 4 sets of interchangeable hands, 2 heads, 5 throwing knives, and 2 katana blades. And we'll look at all that individually. Wow, what a figure. It looks really cool. And of course, the standard stands, because these guys are so big on the top, they don't balance well. And putting him on one stand alone, he still wobbles, so I put one on each foot. This is him all armored up. I'm doing a little different with these. I'm armoring them so you can see what they look like. Fully armored, and then I'm unarmoring them. So I think he looks really sharp, all put together with all his equipment on him. First, let's take a look at all the interchangeable hands. You got the open fingers wrapped in white with looks like knuckle dusters on them. And you get left and right on those. And again, this actually has a little bit of texturing feeling, but not too much. It's mostly smooth. Next, he's got a set of semi-open hands. Same setup with knuckle dusters. And even the pegs on these are done, so they look really nice. And then you got the closed fists. Those look sharp. You can really punch a wall with these. And you got the second head. You got the teeth showing right there. You got the eyes looking straight out. The blue bandana, which does turn. Doesn't go all the way around, though. It stops. So, interesting on that one. Now let's take a look at him and his equipment. Let's take these off. First thing we're going to do is take his katanas off his back. And then we're going to take... These knives were always a pain in the butt to get out. So I'm actually going to take one of these out, and I'm going to show it to you. He gets 5 throwing knives, and they're all small. They're all identical. And they're all removable. I just don't like taking them out because they lose. And they're so small, they're easy to get lost. So as you can see, he's got 2 right here. 2 right here. And of course the one I just took out from right back here. Which we're going to put that right back where it was. And let's take a look at Leonardo himself. And I like this. He's got like a brown cape on the entire body with his utility belts. All the way around. I like this. I wish it was just pulled out a little bit more so you could see his face a little bit better. But once we do the head, this will actually move. So, behind here is nice and designed too. So you can put the swords through here if you want, or underneath. This is smooth plastic, and this actually has a little bit of ridging to it. Smooth on the arms, like I said. That's my only complaint with these toys, is that none of them are textured. They're all smooth plastic on the turtle parts. He's got blue pants on. The only turtle I know that has a full set of pants. Full pair of pants on. His feet are all wrapped up. He's got a hip guard on one side that's attached to his thigh. Like I said, these are pretty hefty boys. They got some weight to them, so. Articulation, head will go all the way around. Shoulder, all the way around. He does have bicep and double elbow. Which is kind of hard to see from there. He does have that double elbow. Wrist. And back and forth. Now, he doesn't really have much of an abdomen crunch at all, but he has a slight waist rotation. And both legs are very sad for the kick and back. There's like no articulation really in the hip. You can go side to side, very good. And the knee on this one's unique. It is double jointed, but it's double jointed inside the inside of the leg. So I'm not really a fan of this leg design. And foot. And you'll notice white paint's coming off him like crazy. And you can see a little bit of the shell here and here. Really cool looking though. And he can hold his katanas. And these katanas are actually shorter than the 1990 movies figure. They're also a little more thicker, so I'm not too worried about them snapping. So he can hold his blades, so that's a plus. And the blades look pretty cool too. I'll show you those now. I still wouldn't advise grabbing them from the top and pulling, or you might snap them. Both swords are identical. Yellow for the scuba and for the cap. Brown and black for the handle. And it's like a gunmetal gray silver for the blade itself. And you do get two of those. And they're actually cast. It looks to be cast in black. And they were just heavily painted. Hands are interchangeable. As you can see, as soon as I took that hand out, his blade popped right out. That's why I say they're easy to get lost. So I'm going to give him one of the open hands. One thing I don't do in all the video anymore is I don't interchange every single hand so you can see how they look. Just show you that they are interchangeable. They actually look pretty decent. And the head is interchangeable. Oh, God. Oh. And this is actually glued on, but as you can see, mine came loose a while ago, so I take it off when it comes off. I don't mind popping this little bit of glue so you can actually see what he looks like. Because there's a lot of detail work in here you can't see. So you can see it is glued. But my glue didn't hold when I first popped the head, so I take it off. So that's what he looks like without it. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to put it back on. And it's actually, it's got a little peg right there. Lines it all up. Goes back on. And you can take the open mouth and pop that in. And there's the mouth and head that was already on him. Very serious demeanor. And his bandana does go all the way around on that head. Overall, like I said, I really like the last Ronin figures. I think they look really cool. There we go. And again, the detail work, all the strapping in here looks really sharp. And the thing with that, though, is you can always take this off when you pop that glue like I did. It's got a design right here on his shoulder pad. I think he looks cool with that. Probably going to go back and clean up this glue marks eventually. But I think he looks pretty sharp without it too, because you can see even more of the detail work on him. So, really, really nice. And every time I move him, literally one of his blades comes right out. So I say these things are easy to get lost. So you got all the pouches. I wish some of this opened. See, it's like a utility belt. You got this. You got the yellow chest. And again, just the overall design, I'm very impressed with. And to put it back on, it's actually pretty sneaky. Rotate the bandana up and just clip it back in. Push the bandana down and that's it. It's back on. And these are designed to go through these holes like that. See the little hole right there? And I'll line up right where his sword hole in the back is. My hand's in the way, you can't even see that. Really nice figure. Sadly with him though, the posability is not what I'd like it to be though. Because you can't see his face to really do any major posing with him. So I don't mind pushing that down a little bit so you can see his face. That's why I was making the comment earlier, and I wish you could see his face a little bit better. But other than that, I really like the figure. I think he looks phenomenal. Great addition to the turtle line. I mean, even his his gauntlets here look really nice because they line up with the knuckle duster beautifully. Overall, definitely a collector's piece that if you're into turtles, you should get, in my opinion. But, you know, I'm just a guy on the internet doing toy reviews, so what do I know? Oh well, having said that, this has been ALW from ALW Collectibles. I'm going to get ready for another video, and my friend is going to get back on the shelf and lead the turtles to another victory, hopefully. And if you get a chance, I would suggest reading The Last Ronin. As you can see, this is not just a thing. This is the actual book. I'm not going to open it too much because I don't want to give any surprises out. I thought it was a fantastic read. Great story. Kevin Eastman, Peter Leonard did do this book too. So they were the original creators of the Turtles, and they were involved with this one. So, again, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who's subscribed or has watched my videos and has left a comment. I really do appreciate it. I have a lot of fun doing these videos. This is actually the first video I really haven't had many things go wrong with. Knock on something, because I can still mess it up in the last 10 seconds. Having said all that, I do appreciate it. You all have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video.